Good morning, students. This is my first lesson on algebra. So let's try to learn a few basic concepts of algebra, which I feel that everyone, including me, must know. Their proper concept must be known, and we should be having a strong grip on these things. Then we can then we will not be facing problems in algebra, like we always usually we see or face. So you know that mathematics is basically divided in three branches: arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. In arithmetic, we deal with numbers only. We deal only with numbers. Numbers, 10, 100, 1000, 1, 2, all two digit, three digit numbers. We do add, we minus, we multiply them, we divide them, and but we only deal with numbers. Second branch of maths is algebra, deals with numbers and symbols. Numbers, same concept, like constant numbers having a definite value. Like if I say a number 1, then it means that I am in front of you, only one standing. So if I say 2, then I have 2 markers in my hand. Means definite. I can't say myself 2 because I am 1. If I say 1, it means a definite, it is a definite quantity. 2 markers, 2 boards. Okay. So, and in algebra, we have another thing which is, very much important, very much, which also provide us so many benefits, advantages, and that is symbols. In simple words, we call them variables. And then geometry, you all know. So we are going to focus on this branch of maths that is called algebra, because many of you, I have found that they face many problems. So I will try my best to uh, give you the basic knowledge about algebra. So to understand what is algebra, we need to know, as I was telling you, that we need to learn the concepts of these things. So this is our objective of this lesson, and we will try to make a sound grip on these things, and I will try my best to brief them in properly and in easy words. So the first thing is variable. What is variable? Like, why do we need variable, and why it was demanded in maths? What was the need of variable? You know that all the time we can't talk about the fixed things. There are few things which keep on changing. Like the name by name, it is quite obvious that it tells us about the thing which cannot remain same, which will keep on changing. Its value will vary, and it cannot remain same. So what is variable? Why we use it? You know that a variable is actually okay. I give you example of a room in a hotel. You know that if we call that room a variable, like if two people on one day visits the hotel, and they hire that room, then on that specific day 2 people will stay there in that room. So, and then next day or day after tomorrow they will leave that, and on the after that, maybe 5 people they visit and hire that room. So you know that room is same, but the people who are visiting the hotel or hiring that specific room, those are changed. People are changed, and as well as their number is changing. Like first 2 people were staying, uh, after day after tomorrow 5 people visits and they hide that, and after that maybe for few days there is no person visiting and no one is hiring that, so it means that the variable is having a zero value. So room is basically behaving like variable. So the same way, you all use memory cards. Okay, in mobile we have memories, and you know that memory is actually providing us a space to store data, and that data, like the storage, like it's of 16 GB, 8 GB, or whatever the memory of the card is. So the things which we store in or we like oh so the things which we store in the memory card, these may be songs, like one day you have stored 10 songs, the next day you have if the space was left, you can store 50 more songs, like depending upon the capacity or the space which is not filled yet, and your memory card is providing you the space, and you are actually storing some data in it. So uh, variable is basically a capacity, or you can say it's a space which helps us to uh, store some data, or to change the number of data numbers, and that depends upon our choice. So this is very important to understand. In maths, few things are fixed, like I have told you that in arithmetic all things are fixed. We deal with fixed numbers, we add them, subtract them, multiply them, divide them. But in algebra it provides us space, it has brought the concept of variable, and that concept, is very important. Like I have given you the example of a memory card that is working on this concept. So I hope so that you have understood the concept of variable. The next thing is coefficients. If I talk about a variable x, and if it is 5x, then this number which is written left of this variable, to the left of this variable, this is called coefficient. It is numerical, it is actually telling us there are 5x. Okay, for example, uh, if there is a basket full of for example apples, I ask you that count how many apples are in it. So you count them and you tell me that there are 6 apples, so you write 6 apples. This 6 is a coefficient. Okay, so coefficient is basically a specific value which tells us the number of variables. Like if it is a variable, then these are 5 now, given you the example of apples. So it is, so you must know that it is written always to the left of the variable, and it's a constant value. Okay, next thing is index. Concept of index is you have seen these type of numbers, like for example 3 raised to the power 2. This 2 is called index. What does it tell? What is what this number is telling us? This number is telling us that this number 3 is multiplying with itself, and we 3 raised to the power 2 means 3 times 3. It is multiplying with itself. And how many 3's are here? We have 2 3, so we write them as in index form, that is written like 3 raised to the power 2. For example, if we have x times x times x times x times x. X is multiplied with itself, and how many x we have? 1 2 3 4 5. So instead of writing this long expression, we can simply write it as x raised to the power 5, which tells us that x is multiplying with itself. How many x are multiplying? 5x. So this 5 is telling us that this number, this variable is multiplying with itself. How many times? 5 times. There are 5x which are multiplying with each other. So we write them x raised to the power 5. So the concept of index, we will learn it in my upcoming lessons as well. So till now it's enough. Then these signs are very important, plus and minus sign. Actually, before we understand this point, we will first learn this thing, that is expressions. In algebra, when two or more terms are combined together, so then that sentence, that statement is called expression. For example, if I write x plus y plus z, then this is an expression, and this expression is consisting of three different terms: first term, second term, and third term. So even if we have 5x, it's one term, and it's an expression, and it can be of one term, and it can be of two terms, it can be of three terms, and it can be of four. And in this way, if the number of terms increases, then the name of the expression keep on changing. For example, if we have two terms like 5x plus y, then this expression is called binomial expression. Binomial means that it is having two terms. Then if it is, for example, 5x plus 3y and plus z, then this expression is consisting of three terms. It is called trinomial. And in the same way, if there are more than three terms involved in an expression, then that is called multinomial, or in this way. So next thing is, what is equation? Equation is that if we put equal sign to the right side of the expression, then it becomes equation. For example, you see that this is expression, and it is now equation. This is equation, and this is expression. So you can see the difference, that in expression there is no equal sign, and in equation if we put equal sign to the right of the expression and put it equal to 0, or there is any other term, like it can be z, it can be y, x, or any other number. So if there is an equal sign, then this is called equation. Now we talk about this thing. This is very important. You know that when I was teaching you about the expressions, so I told you that these are three terms. So why did I call three terms? Why I did not say this is one term expression, this is two terms expression? So I'm saying this is three terms, because I have used between each term this sign plus plus. So basically the point or the most important thing which you need to understand is that plus and minus signs are basically used to separate the terms. Plus and minus signs are basically used to separate the terms. For example, if I write 5xy, then I will call it a one term, a single term. But if I use 5 plus x minus y, now this expression is consisting of three terms because I have used plus and minus sign, and it's a single term because there is no plus or minus sign between the terms, so that's why it is single term. And plus and minus sign is present between the terms, between the numbers or between the symbols, so that's why it is actually separating the terms. Then we talk about like terms and unlike terms. Like terms, you know that if I write x plus y plus 3x and plus 2, if I have this expression and I am asked to find out the final answer of this expression, then you know that I can add only the like terms. I have x here, 3x here, so these are like. And okay, now you can see that it is 3, we have no number here, so how these are same, why I am calling them like? So these are not like you know that if there is no number written, then one is understood, so these are not like. So on what thing these terms are dependent to be called like terms? So these terms actually depend upon their variable to be like or to be unlike. So you know that now in this case x and x, these x are same, so its answer would be, or first we combine them, 3x plus 3x plus y plus, you can take it 2 or 3, whatever, so it is 4x plus y and plus z. So now again I give you example of basket full of fruits. For example, if it is having 3 types of fruits like apples, mangoes or oranges, and oranges. So when I ask you that tell me that what is the number of apples, what is the number of oranges, what is the number of apple, oranges, and the other fruit was mangoes. So you will actually add all apples together. You can't say that you can't do it like you are adding all the fruits together and telling me that we are having 20 apples, or like there are other fruits, so you have to count all of them separately. Like if there are apples, 6 apples, so you will count 6 apples, mangoes separately, and then the oranges separately. So and you can't tell that how like if x is behaving like or if we are taking x as apples, oranges, and mangoes, so you cannot add apples, mangoes, and oranges, and you can't say that we have altogether 20 apples. How? Not possible, because these are not all apples in a basket. These are different fruits. So we can tell the number of apples, if that is 10, 20 or whatever, and we will count separately the number of oranges and separately the number of mangoes. So this is the concept of like and unlike terms. And so students, today I just want to tell you that try to have a proper concept of these things. And when you will have the proper concept of these things, you will be very easy in solving the algebraic expressions or algebraic equations or algebraic sums. So in my next lesson, I will teach you how to add, subtract, multiply and divide algebraic expressions. So I hope so you have liked it. If you have liked it, then please mm, add comments and subscribe my channel, because that will be very encouraging part from your side, that will encourage me as well to make more videos for you. And I will try my best to make easy video to explain the concepts in easy way, so that you can easily understanding them, and you are having a proper understanding. So thank you all. Goodbye.